Post-game as NJIT, they defeat LIU by a score of 59-53. And joining us is assistant coach Sara Mitchell. And coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be talking to you.
I know.
I have no idea.
I as much enjoy talking to Coach Lane, but usually when we talk to him in this format after games, it means it's after a loss. But
Right.
for you or Coach Gratch or Coach LT, that means victories are happening. So 2 in a row,
Yes.
especially after that huge win against Wisconsin to get this W against a hard-fighting LIU team. You guys exhausted? I feel like you guys have left everything out on the court here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we got definitely some mojo out of that Wisconsin win, but we also knew that this was a whole different game. You know, they're just a different team. You know, Wisconsin was more of a zone defense. This was going to be more pressure, you know, force us to make some more turnovers probably, which we did. So it was a whole different game plan. It was a whole different, you know, execution level, so to speak. So I'm really proud that this team bounced back 2 in a row, but against a whole different team, you know.
No, and what was nice to see was you out-rebounded LIU 45-40, and also, too, that you were able to really get some offensive rebounds to go along with those defensive rebounds. How pleased were you with your team's performance on the boards tonight?
Yeah, I mean, 20 offensive rebounds is definitely not something we want to be too proud of. You know, I do appreciate the 16, but we knew that this game was going to be a game of rebounds. You know, I told you that before the game.
Yep.
We take care of the ball and we rebound the ball, we're going to be fine. I would say we kind of flirted with that a little bit too much. But, you know, we did just enough to pull out the win. You know, and we were right there with them. So that's why we were able to, I don't know, put it together at the end.
Got to ask you about Ellyn. I mean, Ellyn starts off the game on a 7-0 run.
Yep.
And then, sure, there were moments throughout the contest where, whether it was on ball screens, getting LIU to foul, and then, of course, late in the fourth quarter and overtime, hitting some humongous three-point shots. 24 points. I know fans will look towards that point total, and as awesome it was, but what else can you tell us about how outstanding her performance was here tonight?
It's an intangible, you know, like she's got all the skill in the world. We put in the work for 4 years in a row. It's really just her mentality, and, you know, we've talked about a phrase or something that just gets you to be in a moment and not take that moment for granted, and it's just last year for her. You know, she's like this. She knows how much of a gift it is to be back, and she knows that mentally she has to just buy in every single day, and she knows she's the leader of this team. And it starts with her, you know. So when she's ready to go, that just kind of like goes down the list for everyone else. But this was an amazing performance by her. This is what I expect of her, you know. Like this is the bar we've set for this year, and we both promised each other we're gonna have the best season of her career this year. So she definitely told me that today too. So.
Well, it was good that she told you that. She's off to a good start here so far. But Kenna, Kimmy, you know, they each had 10 points, but Kimmy was so important, especially around the basket. Kenna, her mid-range game, obviously what she's able to do as a shooter. When you take a look at both of their performance, you know, how much did they attribute to tonight's win?
I mean, that's the game, you know. You take away those statistics from those guys, those 8 rebounds, the 10 points, we don't win the game, you know. That's the thing about this offense and this program. It's anybody's game at any day, you know. You just have to know your role. You know, you got to know what you're here to do, and you got to do that every single time. You know, for Kimmy, she has a specific role. For Kenna, she has a specific role. You know, it might not say 24 in the total points, but we don't win without every single person knowing their role and really executing that. And sometimes, again, it's the intangible. It's just knowing what you got to do when you get on that floor. I mean, again, Kenna had a really big block at the end of that game. You know, that she makes that shot, it's probably a different ball game. So, you know, these kids have really matured and have started to understand their roles, and just being every possession, it's its own possession. We just got to move on, and that's, I think that's down the line, down the list here. That's what everybody did.
Trinity's starting to blossom before our eyes. I know it's just a handful of games so far, but she seems like, as a first-year player, playing a lot like an upperclassman. What's the cause of that, you think?
I think it's just opportunity. She kind of got into this year having opportunities that probably most freshmen didn't have, and that's a natural confidence booster. You know, I don't think Trinity lacks confidence, which is great. She has been in practice every single day. is getting the reps that, maybe that fourth post player on every other team doesn't get. And now she gets to have those reps in practice, and now she gets to be that first player off the bench in the post spot, and now she knows what she's doing. So very different from your traditional freshman post player who might not be getting those reps and that playing time during the season. But Trinity, we like to say, is just kind of learning on the fly. She's just putting it together, and it helps that she doesn't lack the confidence. So be on the lookout for that kid. She's definitely going to be very special, if not already.
Well, even though you play in the America East, you're getting ready to hit on the road and facing more NEC opponents at Central Connecticut State and at Fairleigh Dickinson. I know a lot to celebrate with these back-to-back wins, but I know you're never fully satisfied. You and this team are going to go back to the gym.
Right.
What are we looking to work on in preparation for what's going to be a big road trip prior to next Saturday, returning home here with another home contest here at the WEC?
Yeah, I think our two kryptonites are still something that we have to continue to improve on. Rebounding, taking care of the ball. Those are things that have been our kind of weaknesses, I don't want to say, just things that need improvement, So we want to look at this film and see, why did certain turnovers happen? How can we improve on our boxing out skills? What are our rotations or something like that? I think every game, every day is an opportunity. You're never going to run out of things to work on. We wouldn't be good coaches if we were just like, all right, we're done. Job's done.
So I think you guys are really good.
We're doing a great job. These girls know they're going to come in locked in tomorrow. We had a great practice after Wisconsin. They didn't come in and just lax. They knew they had to come in and get better. And I think that's why we had two good practices. We came in today. That's exactly what we're going to do tomorrow, and just focus now on Central and all the games to come.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations again. Best of luck on the road. And, hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and the staff, and looking forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Yes, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
All righty, folks. That's assistant coach Sara Mitchell. Once again, NJIT, they defeat LIU 59-53 in overtime.